Are we really this desperate? Is Angel Reese really this desperate for the attention of lonely men? Hell, maybe this is her definition of clapping back at the haters. Maybe she has decided to quit using her facial cheeks to clap back and decided to use her boodle cheeks instead. This is what happens, though, when you're addicted to attention and you can't quench your unending desire through your talent. This is what happens when you lack talent. Earlier this afternoon, I was running errands, and I always listen to YouTube while I'm driving in the car. For some reason, a live performance from Mariah Carey was on my recommended feed. Now, I have never bought a Mariah Carey album, but I can damn sure respect her talent. Mariah Carey knew how to make hit records. So I click on the link, and it's a live performance from the 90s of Mariah Carey singing Dream Lover. Of course, this song has a different meaning for most players in the WNBA. In the song, Mariah Carey was dreaming about a man coming to her rescue. A lot of players in the WNBA, I think they're dreaming about Bob Griner coming to their rescue, and Bob, she is dreaming about being rescued by Vlad Pooter. Anyway, Mariah Carey, she's performing the song live. There's no auto-tune. There is no lip syncing. Matter of fact, she barely even moved on stage. There was no seductive dancing. There were no pyros or video distractions in the background. There was no need for gimmicks because Mariah Carey had the full attention of thousands of people based on her talent alone. Oftentimes, that's what happens when you have actual talent. Your talent speaks for itself. Your talent commands the attention of the room. Unfortunately for Angel Reese, she doesn't have this luxury. Angel Reese doesn't have talent. Well, Casey, that's not true. Angel Reese is amazing. She's a double-double machine. She's one of the top rebounders in the WNBA. That's because, in most cases, Angel Reese is the tallest player on the court. My nephews think I'm King Kong. When I'm playing basketball with my nephews, I look like the second coming of Dennis Rodman. Does that make me an NBA player? No, it makes me an asshole. All kidding aside, though, Angel Reese is a dominant rebounder. Of course, most of the time, she is rebounding her own missed layups, but that doesn't matter for the fantasy nerds. The only thing that matters is Angel Reese is collecting rebounds. The problem for Angel Reese, no one cares. Dominant rebounders don't make headlines. Dominant rebounders aren't stars. People aren't paying hundreds of dollars to watch Angel Reese unathletically toss a layup on the right side of the basket and go to the left side to rebound it. If you don't believe me, go look up tickets for the Chicago Bravados game tomorrow against the Indiana Felines. When I checked this morning, tickets were selling for $9. I had someone send me a screenshot earlier this afternoon. Tickets have now fallen to $7. For most players who specialize in rebounding, the lack of mainstream attention, it's fine. Ivica Zubac was the top rebounder in the NBA this season, and I doubt he cares that no one cares. But this is a serious problem for Angel Reese because she wants to be a star. I want to be a celebrity. Since she can't generate attention on the court, Angel Reese has to rely on a gimmick. Now, in the past, she's relied on the gimmick of seduction. She would take pictures of herself in a bikini and upload them to her lonely male followers on social media. Then, Angel Reese would turn around and complain about being over-sexualized. Lonely men keep telling me to take more clothes off. It's so unfair! This week, Angel Reese, I guess, decided to take a step further. I guess she noticed that no one was paying attention. Guess she noticed the lack of headlines since Caitlin Clark was injured. So Angel Reese decided to collaborate with some unknown rapper and upload a video of herself shaking her caboose. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Link to the second channel's in the description below. Yesterday on the second channel, talked about Michelle Beadle being upset with Stephen A. Smith for stealing her time slot on SiriusXM. The good news for Michelle Beadle, she doesn't have to worry about being upset anymore. She no longer has to worry about Stevie stealing her time slot because after her unhinged rant on Wednesday, SiriusXM decided to make her unemployed. We talk about the potential overexposure of Stephen A. Smith. Dude's already all over the place, and now he is launching 2 new radio shows on satellite radio. So if you haven't already, click the link in the description and subscribe to the second channel. Yesterday, there was a video circulating on social media of Angel Reese. Initially, I thought it was new, but it appears to have been filmed from her podcast. She hadn't recorded a new episode since the season started, so video's probably a couple of months old. Of course, the video's new for most people since the mainstream isn't really paying attention to her podcast. Angel Reese, she's hanging out with someone named Janae Weary, but judging by the tattoos on her face, I think she prefers to be called Sexy Red. Unfortunately, she doesn't know how to spell sexy, which isn't all that surprising. This poor woman has a tattoo of sexy on her face, misspelled. All my young people out there, listen very carefully. Allow Uncle Casey to give you some very valuable advice. Never, ever, 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 ever get a tattoo on your face. Me personally, I would suggest that you never get a tattoo, period. You know what one of the fastest growing industries is right now in America? Tattoo removal. Go ask Pete Davidson about covering your body in tattoos. It sounds like a great idea in your 20s, but your 20s are over before you know it. I promise you, the decade flies by. Eventually, Father Time catches up with you and you will be forced to grow up. Maybe one day you meet a classy young woman and it's highly unlikely that she agrees to go out with you while your face looks like a library book. And even if she does, and by some miracle agrees to get married, she's going to expect you to support her. Kinda hard to get a job when your potential employer is reading your resume off your face. So I see above your left eyebrow that you used to work at Club Shay Shay. Anyway, Angel Reese is hanging out with Tattooed Red. According to the kids, Red is a talented rapper. She's known for such timeless classics like Get It Sexy or Slut Me Out, Peaches and Eggplants. Apparently, Sexy Red, I guess, is a vegan. But the personal favorite of Angel Reese appears to be Shake, S-U-M-N, which I believe translates to shake something. Initially, I thought this might be a song about shaking hands. Maybe their eggplant needed some extra spice, so they're shaking the salt shaker. But after seeing this video, I'm pretty sure the song is about shaking ass. Now, keep in mind, this is who the mainstream media claims is the face of the WNBA. Watch it for yourself.
Big mama. Damn. Big mama. That big mama for real. It's so proportional, like.
No, that's what I'm saying. She talking about 200.
It don't even look like it.
That's what I'm talking.
Yeah.
Now let me see your booty. Dang.
You know, I expect this from Sexy Red. She's a rapper. She's trying to portray a certain image. I get it. I expect to see something like this from an OnlyFans model. Girls got to make a living. Those student loans, they're not going to pay themselves. I understand. But I don't expect to see this from a professional basketball player. Even though most people don't consider Angel Reese to be the face of the league, she does. If you're the face of the league, that comes with certain expectations, responsibilities. LeBron James, he is arguably the most analyzed and criticized athlete in the history of sports. Now, Michael Jordan was heavily scrutinized, but he didn't deal with half the shit that LeBron's had to deal with. We had to read about Michael Jordan the next morning in the newspaper. LeBron James has been scrutinized 24 hours a day for the last 15 or so years. There are a lot of things that you can criticize LeBron James for: chasing titles, forming super teams, getting his son drafted by the Lakers and pretending he's an NBA caliber player, getting Darvin Ham fired and JJ Redick hired, player empowerment, combating mythical racism. There's plenty of legitimate criticism for LeBron James. But one thing that you can't take away from him: LeBron has been a great ambassador for the NBA. Outside the All-Star game, LeBron hasn't really cheated the game of basketball. This dude's been in the spotlight since he was 18 years old. He's been in the social media spotlight since it became prominent in 2009 or 2010. And I can't think of a single scandal involving LeBron James. I can't think of a single incident where he humiliated the NBA. Caitlin Clark, she's been heavily scrutinized over the last, 2 or 3 years? I can't think of one time that Caitlin Clark embarrassed herself or the league. I've never seen Caitlin Clark on social media twerking with Machine Gun Kelly. I have never seen Steph Curry publicly embarrass himself or the NBA. If you want to be the face of the NBA or the WNBA, that title comes with responsibility. Responsibility that Angel Reese clearly is not ready to accept. If Angel Reese wants to shake her ass and seek validation from lonely men, fine. But I think what Angel Reese really wants, and this is just me speculating, I don't know her, but I think what Angel Reese really wants is to be respected. Kinda hard to earn respect when you're exploiting yourself on social media. This is just another example of Angel Reese seeking attention. Another example of Angel Reese seeking validation from complete strangers. I kind of feel bad for her because oftentimes when you're seeking validation from others, it means you lack confidence in yourself. But anyway, give me your thoughts on this. I guess Angel Reese was clapping back at the haters by twerking with some rapper. Now, the same Angel Reese who wants to be the face of the WNBA. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys tomorrow.